Hello everybody. First of all, this is me, Kevin. I'm gonna make this video for both my 110 and my 201 courses because it's the same formatting that should be used for the R's in both of the classes. So first of all, here are the models that you're going to choose from. I know this is I'm repeating myself because I've shown this in other videos, but I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So most of the time people use Model A, and again, if you're using Model A and maybe you have 4 pro arguments, you can use pro argument 1, 2, 3, add a 4th, and then maybe counter argument and refutation. If you have 2, counter refutation 1, counter argument and refutation 2, and then a conclusion. It's okay to add or take away. Now maybe you only have 2 pro arguments. That's good as long as you're making your point, that you're giving yourself enough support for your thesis. Okay? The next thing I want to talk about is for the 110 class, you have to choose between Joyce, Pelon, and Paul. So if, let's say you choose Joyce to break the cycle as the number 1, and then you chose Paul as the second, Joyce is your pro, Paul is your con. So where you see pro argument, you will only use Joyce. I shouldn't see Paul in this paragraph at all because he is the counter, he's the opposing. So it would be number 1, Joyce. Number 2, reason Joyce can break free. Number 3, reason Joyce, the wife, the abused woman, can break free. And then here, counter argument. Opposing views may argue that Paul has a better chance of breaking the cycle than Joyce. And this is where you'll bring in Paul, and then you'll refute or spin back to Joyce. Okay? Now for the 201 course, you're going to use class or race. So let's use race as our pro, class as our con. So just like with Joyce, number 1 reason, second reason race, third reason race poses a bigger threat to today's society. So pro, all about your pro, which is race, if you chose race as your pro. And then if we chose race as the pro, obviously class is going to be the con, and this is where you'll bring in class, refute back to race, okay? And then that's that. And then if you want to use model B, C, D, sometimes students come up with a really good way of doing this because let's say that you have a good pro and then you have a good counter, good pro, good counter, good pro, good counter. They're on the same topic. Why not do it this way? Leave out the pro argument and just jump into bring in the con, refute with the pro. Bring in the con, refute with the pro, bring in the con, refute with the pro, and then conclude. Okay? And then let's go down here. Oh, let me go over here. Sorry, guys. This is the student paper, and this is in the module you're looking at now, where this video is. This is how it should look. You have your heading, Model A. That's what she chose to do, her title, and then introduction thesis. Here's her intro. Here, and notice that she's indenting. Some students don't indent. So, and then here she has her thesis at the bottom here, and it's highlighted in yellow. If you highlight the sentence, it's not the thesis. I ask myself, did they write this or did AI write it? If you have a sentence here highlighted in yellow, but it's not the thesis, you'll get 0 out of the 10 points for the thesis. Okay, pro argument. Differences in class can pose many different advantages. So class was her pro. Pro argument 1 about class, highlighted the topic sentence. Pro argument 2, again, social class. And notice that her topic sentences go back to her thesis. And then pro argument 3, social class, highlighted. You will not see I think, I believe, we, our, nowhere in here. I really want you guys to write at a very high level, okay? I think if you pass my course, you can go to a graduate level writing course and do well. Because, yeah. Anyway, and then here's the counter argument. So for her, she used class as the pro. Now she's going to bring in race. Opposing views claim that difference in race poses more of a threat. So here she's going to give in, notice she's using part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. This is the way you have to do yours. If you don't do it this way, this is going to be a 0. Follow this. In the real world, would you do this? No. But to me, it's a good way of learning. And if you are going to go to grad school or you're going to do other classes, write this way, but then go back later and erase part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. But what you're telling yourself is I have all of the essential parts to counter and refute. And remember, if you don't counter the opposing and then refute, you're not writing an argumentative essay, you're writing a persuasion, and that's not what we're doing here, is argumentative. Everything else you write is persuasion, but once you bring in the opposing views and refute it back to your side, that is an argument. And again, an argument doesn't need to be screaming and yelling. This is what we're doing. So she had counter-argument and refuting once, and then she added it. Remember, Model A only had it one time. She added another paragraph, and then she went to the closing. Notice in the closing there's no topic sentence. The closing is just to tie up loose ends, bring everything together, maybe make her prediction about the future. And then her works cited, which again would be on a separate page. The works cited should be on its own page, and again it would be double-spaced, indented, hanging indent, everything you've been doing for MLA. And of course this is single-spaced here for space, but yours would be double-spaced for sure. So I think, let me see. Okay, I just wanted to say part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Where's Crazy Kevin getting this from? It's coming from here. Let me pull up the document. And guys, make a copy of this and take it with you. Use it in all of your classes. All right, so part 1, introduce the opposing. And again, I've said this in other videos, opposing views claim. That's the way I like to start it because it's very clear and you won't get confused. Opposing views claim, the con, blah, 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 you're pro. All right? And then part 2, part 3, part 4, and here's the signal words that will help guide you along. Okay, let me get out of here. All right, everybody, so I'm very, very clear on this. If you have a sentence that's highlighted and it's not the actual thesis, you're getting 0 for that out of the 10 points for the thesis. Topic sentence, if you don't choose your own correct topic sentence, you don't highlight it, I'm not giving you credit for this paragraph. If you don't know what your own topic sentence is, maybe you're using AI. I hope not. All right, and then same thing going through. And by the way, if you want to read this paper, it was an A. It was phenomenally well done. So I think that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you are working in a group, only one person from the group needs to submit the paper. Just put all of the team members' names across here. MV, Kevin Howell, Mary J. Blige, if they were the 3 students. Just put it across here. Only one person needs to, again, submit the paper. All right, everybody. Thank you. Take care.